In our fight to help Black girls and women, we present these issues on the floor, bringing awareness through these forums so these plights won't be ignored. Moving with faith, courage, and commitment, we visit many shores, building bridges with the vision that hope will be restored. We speak from a place of conviction because we believe. We respond with acts of kindness and compassion because we see the needs. We prepare, unite, show up, and help so our sisters can receive. We don't just talk about it, we demonstrate love through our good deeds. Women, when we're about to give birth to something great, what do? We push. What do? We push. So what are we going to do? We're going to prepare, unite, show up, and help. What will we do? Prepare, unite, show up, and help. So are you ready to push?
Yes.
All right, let's push.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I feel like at long last we've been planning and getting ready for this event. So excited to have you all here with us today. My name is Lisa Cagnolati, and I'm the second vice president of the board of the International Black Women's Public Policy Institute, lovingly known as IBWPPI. Thank you so much for attending our 9th annual policy session. And today's topic is setting an international agenda in a global environment. And we have a distinguished and accomplished panel of experts to discuss that topic with us today.
And here to me in this International Black Women's Policy Institute, under the incredible leadership of the women here, and most notably Ms. Barbara Perkins, I have to tell you that I couldn't be in a more powerful room and powerful place, because it is us that are always there doing the right thing. Black women are leading the way. We led the way in November. It was the rest of the country that went the wrong way. We went the right way. And we have our work cut out for us now. But I think about your words, and I think about what we are facing now, right this minute, when the Senate is over there deliberating on how to take health care away from 23 million people and how to take benefits away from even people who are insured through their employer that have pre-existing conditions covered. But I am confident that we will take the reins back again, which means we have to have power, because that's the only way to take the reins back again and to continue moving our struggle forward.
So what this is about preparing not just ourselves, but the next generation of leaders who will carry on the work, because life is like that relay. You have to pass that baton. And it's not enough to simply invite young people in the room and not allow them to help lead. It's not enough. So we know that, and so what we try to do with the International Black Women's Public Policy is we lead by example, we guide young people, we don't tell them what to do. I share this organization with 22 amazing women, and you heard a little bit about them. You saw 12 or 13 of them that are here, but they're representing all the countries that you heard about. And we share not only work, but we share life together. We are doing life together. And so every day I'm blessed just to be in the arms and in the fold of those women.
Thank you so very much for allowing me the opportunity to be your moderator this afternoon. And I want to thank Barbara especially for, I think, taking a chance on me, because you all have been doing this for so many times, and I'm sure you've had great moderators, and so I don't know whose footsteps I'm following in, but I'm going to do my best.
And I've been blessed for the last couple of years to have gone to the UN for the Commission on the Status of Women. There you see hundreds of thousands of women streaming in to talk for about a month about their issues. All shapes and sizes, all manner of backgrounds. And what their concern is about taking their issues seriously so that they can make an impact for their families and for their communities. So the issue of economic empowerment continues to be a real live one. The issue of sustainable development and gender equality continues to be a real live one. And being frank, talking just doesn't cut it. And Congressman spoke to it. What we need in terms of institutional capacity and action requires resources. That it requires resources. It requires financing, and it requires us building coalitions and circles of influence so that we make something happen.
Hi, my name is Lisa Fowler. I'm the first vice president for IBWPPI. I love and I'm passionate about this organization because I refuse to sit on the sidelines. We have to make sure that the next generation is being prepared for leadership opportunities, and we have to make sure that we are all aware that we're connected in so many ways. And that is why I love the organization, because it connects people, it connects women, and it gives back across the globe.
So something that I'm doing right now that is very important and near and dear to my heart is I'm running part of the confidence factor as something called Increase Your Ask, and I've heard you all day say ask. And so Increase Your Ask is about giving women equal access around the world to the power of asking. Because I think what we don't do is we don't train the woman from India the same way we train the woman in Brooklyn, New York. We have to make sure that if she decides to come, if a woman in Nigeria decides to come to America and she needs a seat at the table, she has to know how to ask for it. Because I remember my mom is a former Wall Street executive, and that's the problem that she was having. She is a black woman that speaks very Trini, like I speak half a Trini that she speaks. And she had a hard time understanding, how do I get a seat at the table? Especially in the 70s, as a woman with an afro, my mother always says that she's either dread or afro. How do I get a seat at the table and I don't look like anybody that's in the room? And so it's really important that you know how to ask and to be able to kind of position yourself as that valuable leader so that you look like you are ready to take that seat.
We need to be in touch with what the CBC is saying around its public policy agenda, the UN Decade in Solidarity with People of African Descent, and we need to be in touch with the Urban League's Marshall Plan, and we need to be in touch with the Africa Union with their roadmap, thank you, of the Africa we want moving to 2063. Now, the problem is that these agendas don't move to center stage the way that they ought. Everybody wants to tell us our narrative, but want to tell us our data. We have to work hard as women of African descent to make sure that the plans that we have move to the center. It should not be that the Africa we want 2063 is marginalized in the UN agenda. It shouldn't be that the CBC's agenda should be marginalized anyway on the Capitol Hill. And in our neighborhoods that you go back to, what is your Marshall Plan? How are you organizing people of faith in your community? You know, there is a story of Moses. There is a story of Esther, the young woman, who changed public policy. That's what we're called to do. And globalization for me means always finding hope, even when the data wants to tell you not to be hopeful. Be resilient, women.
But globalization in its natural form is just so easy for us as a people to come together and work together and to bring out the best in each other, and helping in Africa, and helping in Haiti, and helping sustain plans and programs. We know that each season we are going, as a global village, we are going to have hurricanes, we're going to have winter storms. Well, this global village needs to be prepared for that. And so we have to begin to prepare ourselves. When our organization talks about giving boots for kids in Haiti, means that there are no more waterborne diseases that they would have picked up if they didn't have the boots. And so it's making a difference. These are just little things. You know, there's so much we can do as a people. And so sometimes I sit down and I'm so moved that God entrusted an opportunity for me to now make a difference in this global village to which we all exist. And I think that's phenomenal opportunity. I think we have to begin to open our minds and our hearts that it is more than just America. Can I say that again?
So I want to say thank you. I want to say this kind of convening is important. We have to take it back to our communities. We have to have small coffee clutches or go in your girlfriend's bedroom and have a conversation about what kind of choices we're making in our communities, how we're saving our children. And we need to talk about other stuff like gun violence. We need to talk about police and over-policing. We need to talk about what's going on in our jails. We need to talk about what's going on in foster care. And we need to participate with that as much as we possibly can, if that means, spending a little bit of money given to an organization that does something with children. We have to do that to raise up our kids. And then finally, I want to say, I work for a warrior. I'm blessed to work for a warrior, and support her, and do what she asks you to do, which is don't call her about your troubles. Call a guy who's not participating. Call a guy who's going against her.
So I just want to, again, thank the panel for all of your illustrious and very illuminating comments, and I want to make an appeal to everyone in the room to really think about the next generation of Black girls and where they're going to learn leadership skills so that they can have that seat at the table and the access that they need.
So we are in a battle, and we can't win this battle with a broken army. We have to be fit. We have to be focused. Yep. We have to be organized, disciplined, and we have to have a plan of action for our own wellness, for the wellness of our family and the wellness of our community. That's it. And we have to attend to this every day. Somebody quoted me coming up the escalator. She said, I heard you speak 10 years ago. And she quoted me. I said, let me remember that. You have to give yourself to yourself before you give yourself away. That's really the thing. That's the whole of it. So Barbara Perkins, just bless you. And bless Stan. That man, Stan Perkins, who stands behind you, who is always there for you. And we love him and you for loving us as deeply and as profoundly and as passionately as you do.
And we've just completed the 9th annual policy forum here at the Congressional Black Caucus annual legislative conference. It's the largest platform where Black people get together and really have candid conversations about what our priorities are. What are we doing in the world space? I am so full of new life and new energy around the things that, especially Black women, what we're doing. This organization, we are led and governed by 22 incredible women representing Ghana, Africa, Cuba, Belize, Bermuda, the Bahamas, and of course, countries, the U.S. and cities and states all across the U.S. I couldn't do this by myself. With these incredible women, we've been able to really grow our membership. We're moving now in the direction of really establishing an international and global footprint through this lens of kindness and cultural diplomacy. We're saying that it's not difficult to be our sister's keeper. It's not difficult to make life better for others. We're saying that if we really set our minds and our intentions, that we could really change the world, one household at a time, one block at a time, one city at a time, one country at a time. So I'm just so excited to be here. Again, I say this is the 9th year. Next year marks our 10th anniversary, a decade of new leadership. I am thrilled to say that we are now training and partnering with a group of young women. We call them the Young Ambassadors. And they're the next leaders. They're the next leaders of this organization, and certainly they're the next leaders of the world. So I'm just happy. Thank you for listening. I'm glad for those of you who've been here with us. Thank you for that. For those of you who want to join, we ask you to check out our website, International Black Women's Public Policy Institute, IBWPPI.org. Check us out, join us. With you, we can do great things. Thank you.